How to overcome overwhelm with one simple tool. Are you overwhelmed? Do you feel or have you ever felt like life was spinning out of control and you're desperately searching for a way to regain balance? If you've ever found yourself caught in the whirlwind of life, juggling family, career, personal well-being, you are not alone. In today's video, I'm going to share a simple, powerful tool that has transformed my family's chaotic experience into a harmonious journey. The tool is called the Wheel of Life. Things were feeling insane for my family a few years ago. My 4-year-old hated going to school. I was working long days. My wife was working these overnight shifts as a nurse. We felt like we couldn't keep up. It was chaos. But then I found this tool called the Wheel of Life, and it shed some light on underlying problems and allowed us to solve things in 1 week. And I'm going to show you how. All you need is a piece of paper and a pencil. Now, any paper will do. I usually use a bullet journal. You could easily use the back of an envelope. It's that simple. Here I'll use a sheet of A4 or 8.5 by 11 printer paper. Got your paper? Draw a circle. You could trace a cup. You could use a compass. You could just draw it freehand. Lots of people draw these beautifully, but for me it's just gotta be functional. Okay, now take your circle and divide it into 6 pieces of pie. Some people use 8, some use 10, I use 6. If you've never done it before, just use 6 for now. Now label each piece of pie with the dimensions of your life. Here are the 6 dimensions I use: family, relationships, career, money, fitness, and mindset. Just try these dimensions for now. I'll give you some examples of other dimensions later in the video. Now quickly fill in each piece of pie with how you feel in this dimension. Don't think about this too much. This is just a quick check-in. We'll reflect later. That's where the work is. This whole part of the exercise should only take about a minute. If you're feeling really good in one area, color that pie a lot. If you're feeling low in that area, color it a little. It's just that simple. Some people assign colors to each dimension, and I agree that looks really nice. I could see how that might be helpful, just flashing back to look at your reflections in the past. But adopt what works for you in your practice. I just use a pencil. Okay, you've filled in your circle. The next step is reflection. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? If you wanted to color in a whole piece of pie that's pretty low, what would perfect look like? What could you change today? Now here's what my Wheel of Life looked like when my family was in this overwhelm. I was low on family, fitness, and career all at once. Now there's no surprise here. We had this vicious cycle. My daughter was 4 years old. She kicked and screamed going to school every day. That was making me late to work every day, and being late to work made me late to home. We weren't having dinner as a family often. I was sleeping poorly, trying to keep up with work, and the whole thing would start the next day in a vicious cycle. Now this is a great tool for helping find balance. Life is a busy place, and a fulfilling life to me has all these 6 dimensions to it. But the subtlety here is to not strive to be balanced every day, but to not go unbalanced in any one area for too long. I have to make a choice many times on what I'll sacrifice. Do I want to read tonight, or do I want to sleep early? Do I want to post a video today or take a long bike ride? I had to work late last night, so I missed dinner with the family. I'd like not to do that again tonight. The value for me is I get to make that choice intentionally, not accidentally. So we asked, where do we focus our efforts? What's the first change we're going to make? The answer had to be family. It had to be our 4-year-old daughter. So we visited with her teacher to see what was the matter. She pointed out that we were often late to school. That was no surprise. She was kicking and screaming all the time. But the teacher pointed out that by the time she got to school, all the kids would be paired up already, and she'd have to insert herself into the play, which was difficult, which she dreaded. And so she kicked and screamed. We found the underlying problem. We had to fix this. Okay, you've reflected, you've decided what good looks like. Now it's time to set a goal. We set a goal of getting to school on time. In order to get to school on time, lots of things had to fall in place. She needed to get a good night's sleep. I needed to get a good night's sleep. I had to be home on time from work most of the time. We couldn't waste time looking for shoes and bags and little organizational things in the morning that we were neglecting in the chaos. So now we've set a goal. Now we need to track it. And the key with tracking it is making it visual. So we tracked the goal, we made it visual. We hung a tracker on the refrigerator for the whole family to see. This is no different than the chore tracker or the potty tracker or whatever Gold Star tracker is out there. Use Gold Stars if you want. You want the whole family participating in this goal because it takes everybody to satisfy this. I also tracked it in my bullet journal with my other habits. Remember, don't sacrifice in one area for too long. So what am I going to sacrifice here for my family? I chose to sacrifice work. I started using vacation time during the week to ensure I got home on time. We would prepare dinner as a family. We even started making homemade noodles, which was a fun way to spend time together. We found quickly our daughter had an easier time going to bed when she had all this togetherness. We focused on making the mornings easier. Our daughter would pack her bag the night before school. She'd put it next to her shoes. All of this was focused on one simple goal: get to school early. Okay, you set a goal. How are your results? Here's ours. In 1 week of getting to school every day, our daughter's attitude had completely changed. She was now being welcomed to the classroom without interrupting anything. She was part of the gang. Just like that, she no longer dreaded going to school. Tracking this single goal, which we developed after reflecting on our wheel of life, we converted this vicious cycle of overwhelm into a virtuous cycle. Our daughter would be engaged in play and learning all day at school. She'd come home fulfilled. She'd come home tired. We'd have dinner together. We'd read books. She'd fall asleep on time. She'd sleep well. She'd wake up on time. Her stuff is in the right place, so she'd get to school on time. I'd get to work on time. And I'd be more focused at work and more productive at work with the goal of getting home on time most nights. Something I started tracking, another goal that I set. And I reclaimed my time for fitness as well. As we wrap up today's journey with the Wheel of Life, I want to challenge you to take this tool and make it uniquely yours. Consider the dimensions we've explored: family, relationships, career, money, fitness, and mindset. Now, I've promised you some other dimensions to consider. You could consider personal development, or maybe the bonds in your community, or the depths of your spirituality. You could try to balance leisure and recreation in your life. Reflect on your environmental impact, your emotional well-being, the joy of contribution, the spark of your creativity. It's up to you what dimensions you add into your wheel of life. So, grab that piece of paper and pencil, draw your circle, and embark on your own journey towards balance and fulfillment. Share your experiences with the Wheel of Life in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and insights. As we wrap up, always remember, don't sacrifice in one area for too long, and use the Wheel of Life to help you reset from time to time. I check in monthly. I've seen some do it weekly. Others do it when they feel out of control. Just keep striving for that virtuous cycle, and may life's wheels spin in harmony. Until next time, this is Evan Hickok, encouraging you to live intentionally and thrive in every dimension of your extraordinary life. Ciao.